and welcome back to another episode from GMG Watches. This episode is called Buy or Pass, and it's something that we've done before, but we're going to talk to you a little bit about the current market and about what watches we feel you'd be best to buy or pass. So before we get into it, don't forget, like, follow, subscribe. Give us a comment down below on anything you hear. If you've got any counter argument to anything we say, feel free to let us know in the comments. We look forward to hearing from you guys. And make sure you stay watching to the end because Bobby's got a little surprise for you. Let's start and jump straight in. So what would you say is the best watch at the moment to buy or pass from your authorised dealer?
If you are offered anything with a meteorite dial in it, buy it. If you are offered a Datejust with a smooth bezel, I'd probably say pass. That's very generalised, but yeah, that would be my
You're
go-to.
working your way up to that steel sports model. Yeah. That is ultimately what is the best aim. That and most Daytonas. Anyway, we've summed up the video, so let's move on. See ya. No, let's get cracking. Let's start with a Datejust 36. This is a fluted Jubilee, Datejust 36, current model 2023. Would you buy or pass?
Any Datejust 36, fluted Jubilee, blue, green, I'd probably be buying. Black, if it was my first watch to get on the list, I'd be buying it, I think, but again, based on it being a fluted Jubilee, if it was a smooth, I'd be staying away from it. I wouldn't be too put off buying an oyster bracelet, but again, a Jubilee will command more if you were looking to flip the watch as well, so.
This Datejust 36 is actually priced at $7,500 retail, and in the current market today, we'd probably give you what, $7,750?
Yeah, a tiny bit of profit in it for you.
Maybe $8,000 if it was brand new, fresh, and straight out of store. So there you go. Tiny bit of profit for you, and we'll get you spend up and a good watch for you to buy, especially if it's your first from the authorised dealer.
The Datejust 36 come in a range of dial colours, from like your plains, your whites, your silvers, your blacks, into your blues.
I've got my eye on the Airking. This is the Rolex Airking 126900. So this watch retails, I think, at about $62.50. Now this, I think, would be a pass. I think that we would want to buy this watch into stock.
It's a hard pass, yeah. From my opinion. I just feel it's a shame because you're getting a lot of watch for not much of an outlay. It's a better watch than a Datejust, but there's no sell factor to it. There's no flip factor. So
would you get your money back on the watch? I think you'd just about get your money back on the watch. I think we would give on it. If it was brand new, unworn, full set, straight out of store, would we give $62.50? I think we just about would.
Yeah, would.
I think we would. Yeah.
Just bear in mind, if you've been on this list and you wanted this watch, then don't let us talk you out of it. Correct. Buy the watch. Yeah. Have it on your wrist.
Yeah. Enjoy it. It's a lovely watch, and that's the new model, the new reference with the new lugs. I think is a good watch to buy, good watch to own. And a very good, very well priced watch at $62.50 retail price. Okay,
so I've got my eye on the Sea Dweller, the Deep Sea James Cameron dial. This is the new 1.3 reference, which is the one that you'll get out of the AD if you get offered one. These carry a list price of £12,210, I believe, of which I think you're probably just about getting your money back, maybe a bit more.
Yeah, I think you get a touch more, yeah, maybe. This is a big watch. If you're buying this watch, remember, it's a big 44mm watch. A lot of clients are selling this watch back to us, or they're part exchanging it because it is simply too big to wear. It is a big watch on your wrist.
Yeah, not only it's a big case size, but it's also a deep case as well, so. It's not so you couldn't wear it with a suit or a shirt. You've got to be a pretty big bloke to pull one of these off. I can't wear them, they're just too big for me. My chicken wrists. If you get offered one, I'd probably take it and use it maybe as a way of stepping up the ladder into something bigger on the grey market.
Don't forget there is also the Sea Dweller 43 with the red writing, which is a slightly smaller case. That one we do have as well. That is actually 11,150, which I don't think that is a buy. I think that's more of a pass, yeah, definitely. I think that at the moment, so this is a 2022, and I think we've got it on the market at about 11,500, so a 23 is probably around 12k, and we'd want to pay around 11. So,
yeah,
it probably is a slight loss leader as well. So I've got my eye on the next watch, which is the Sprite, which I think we all know is an absolute buy. It's a little bit of a curveball by Rolex. It is the left-hand drive. It is something that they hopefully, maybe, will only produce for a couple of years. If they do discontinue it, it's only a good thing for it, but it's definitely a difficult watch to get from the AD. I think the retail price is about $9,600 for the Oyster bracelet, a little bit more for the Jubilee bracelet. And whether you like the Oyster or the Jubilee, I think that it's a definite buy. We will buy them into stock at the moment at around the 15.5 mark. We sell them around 16.5 to 17, depending on the bracelet and depending on the year and condition. Of course, the game came out in 2022, so at the moment you're only going to get a 22 or a 23, and as we do see them the pre-owned ones come on the market, we may start to see them drop a little bit in price. But I think if they do discontinue them, they will go up. So they are definitely good news, guys. I would be looking to buy one of them as quickly as you can. If you can afford one, and if you do want one and you can get on board with the left hooker, then yeah, definitely buy one. Other GMTs that we've got at the moment, Pepsi, Jubilee and Oyster.
2 Pepsis on the Jubilee here.
Yeah, so Pepsi's are definite buys. I think, again, they're about £9.5 retail. If you can get them out of stores, I know that they have stopped production at the moment. So whether or not that continues or production does come back on, or whether or not you're lucky enough to be able to get any that are hanging around any authorised dealers' back offices, you never know. You might need to give them a little drink to try and get them out of there. But ultimately, if you can get your hands on a Pepsi at authorised dealer price, you're definitely in profit buy.
Yeah, I think the GMT range on the whole is a safe bet. I think the only one that's questionable right now is probably the Yellow Gold GR&R, which is dropping in price and getting very close to list price.
Yeah.
But on the whole, if you get a call for a GMT out your AD, you've obviously spent before, you're not getting one out in your first shot, I think you should be quite excited.
The bimetal GR&R is definite profit. I mean, at the moment we're paying, I think they're about 13.8, and I think we're paying about 15 on them. So there's definite profit in the GR&R. The root beers, the bimetal root beers, they've taken a nice little leap up over the last couple of months. So yeah, they're hot news. The Rose GMT, I don't think is profitable. So that's about 35 grand retail, the full Rose. And I think at the moment we'd be wanting to pay less. That, for some reason, seems to have taken a real big dip.
I think every like kind of
Rose piece,
heavy gold piece at the moment, full bracelets are taking a bit of a dip, which is why the Oyster Flex bracelets have become so popular, because you're still getting the same watch for less of an investment.
Well, Oyster Flex Daytonas like this, for example, I mean, most Daytonas, I don't want to say any Daytonas, but most Daytonas will make you a profit and are almost certainly a buy. But I think if you look at things like this, for example, I think the retail on this watch right now is about 26.5. We're buying these watches in at 32,000, and the white gold is the best one, the best seller of all. We sell them pretty quick. This won't last long. 100% make a profit, regardless of what year. Even if you've got a 2019-20, you'll still make a good profit. But the white gold Daytona Oyster Flex is the winner. There's the Rose Sundust that's on my wrist. And there's also a few other combinations that we've got in stock, but also that are available with that watch. The yellow gold black, yellow gold white, obviously the Pikachu. Pikachu's are fetching right now anything upwards of 35,000. Contrary to what people say about the market being dead as such, I disagree totally. I mean, the market from our perspective as traders, it's busier than it's ever been, especially on the lower value stuff. You know, I'll admit that the 30, 40, to 60, 70k stuff maybe isn't moving as quickly. But having said that, we're sold this week some really big watches. The big watches are still moving, and the smaller watches, e.g. the Steel Sports, and pretty much a lot of the stock that we've got around us today is what we'd call the moving stock, the stock that is our bread and butter, especially at the moment. A lot of calls for subs, a lot of calls for Sea Dwellers, Datejusts, Sky Dwellers. GMT Sprite's been phenomenal recently. Pepsi's have been great as well recently. So
the market will never die. The market will take ups and downs, but it's our job to adapt to that. Correct. And to get you into the watch that you want at the right price.
Great time to be a buyer right now, I think.
I think it's the buyers, but you buy absolutely. The dip like you do with stocks and crypto. You buy the dip.
I'd like to know if you agree with us. Do you believe that the market's dead? And if you do you believe that the market is dead for a reason? And do you think that the market is overhyped? Do you think that the market's good, bad, ugly? You tell us what you think. Are these watches today priced at the point that makes you want to buy them, or are they priced at a point where you think, you know what, I still believe they're going to keep dropping? Or are you thinking, actually, I am going to buy the dip because the dip's a point in which I want to buy today, and maybe in 6, 12 months, 2024, I hope will be a better year. I hope that everyone else thinks the same. You tell us what you think in the comments. We'd love to know. We'd love to know if you think we're right or wrong. Sky Dwellers.
If you can get your hands on any of the new references on the Oyster Flexes, then you're doing very, very well. Jubilees are very popular right now, and you're going to definitely get a profit on a Jubilee blue.
336934 blue Jubilee at the moment, we're retailing at 20 grand. We've had a few of them. They do sell before we even get them on the website. People do want them. There's a big call for them. The green Jubilee and Oyster we've sold a few of. They've sold at between 27 and 27.5, maybe 28 at the beginning. But right now you can pick up a Sky Steel green Oyster from ourselves for about 25.5 grand. They are selling pretty quick. We can't get enough of them. At the same time, there's not a lot of them around, so we are obviously looking.
If you've got previous spend with your AD and you are not on the list for the Rose Gold Sky Dweller with the new teal dial, that'd make that call today if I was you. If you can get that one out, you've smashed it. Okay, so next you've got the Datejust 41. So we've done the Datejust 36s, and it's a similar way of approaching it. Dial-wise, you're looking for blues and greens. You're looking for the motif dials.
Jubilee bracelets seem to be what people want. I don't know why that is, but they do seem to be the most popular.
Yeah.
And they're also attracting that little bit more in terms of value.
On the whole, unless it's like bimetal, smooth oyster, I think you want to stay away from Datejusts. But again, though, like we've said previously, if it's your first call, take the watch, take the loss.
A bimetal sub.
I think you're going to make a small profit on the blue kit.
Yeah.
If you've got a black kit, then you're taking a hit, I think. I think you'd be wanting to pass on the blue kit. The black kit, sorry.
Buy on the blue, pass on the black.
Pass on the black, buy the blue.
There you go.
Okay, Yacht-Masters. So first and foremost, if you can get your hands on the new titanium,
you're doing well.
You've done really well. I think the Yacht-Master 40s on the oyster flexes, white gold, yellow gold,
pass.
Definitely taking a hit.
Yeah, definitely.
Rose gold, I think you're probably close to getting your money back. They're just not performing very well, as much as I love that watch. I think the money's in the Yacht-Master 40s and the rhodiums and the blues.
Just about, yeah. I think you make
chocolate.
500 quid a gram profit on that rhodium.
And popular watches as well, they do sell. So if you took it just on a chance to try and flip it, I don't think you'd have to wait too long before you got a buyer.
So the Yacht-Master Black Dial, I would honestly avoid it. It doesn't sell, it's a very tough watch to sell, and that would be a loss. Should we touch on Oyster Perpetuals? I know you don't like them, but... Look.
So the only Oyster Perpetual to get out the AD right now is the Celebration dial.
Yeah.
If you're getting that, you've done something very well.
Yeah.
Apart from that, unless you love the watch and you're seeing it as like a real entry-level watch, then yeah, go for it. But you're not going to flip it into us for a profit. Don't let me talk you out of it. This is at the end of the day, this is your decision. We're not here to steer you anyway. We're just giving you our opinion on an OP41, OP36, OP31 for any length of time. Then go and buy it. It's a cheap watch. It's a cheap Rolex. Yeah. Not my cup of tea. But no, on the whole, I don't think you're making any money out of OPs. Okay, so next we've got the Day-Dates. Day-Date 36s, Day-Date 40s.
Well, let's start with the Day-Date Rose 228-235. So the typical price point on a Day-Date is 35 grand, 35 and a half grand. And out of all of those Rose Day-Dates, whether they've got diamond dials or not, there's only one really that we'd give you over list for.
That's the case.
No, the olive.
Yeah, the olive. Everyone knows the olive, everyone loves the olive. I've not met somebody yet that doesn't like the olive. I've had a few people come to me and told me they turned down the olive. But the rose olive, you are getting a profit on.
Yeah, I think the eyes and keys you might just about get a profit on. The Day-Date 40. I don't think there's many 36s you'll get a profit on, except perhaps the new dials.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk ourselves out of business. If you've got the eyes and Kiesel, I'd employ probably to keep hold of it and stick that one away. Yeah,
long term, I think that's a good investment, long term. Then you've got the white Roman, quite a popular dial, obviously. You've got the green Roman. You've also got diamond dials.
I think the only other Day-Date to mention there is probably the platinum with the fluted bezel.
The list price on a Day-Date 40 platinum fluted plain dial is 53.3, and the diamond dial is around 57 and a half. Yeah, I think you get just about a profit. Yeah, I think you might get us to pay 59, maybe 60 on a good day. But feel free again to put in the comments any questions that you've got about any watches we may or may not have mentioned. And obviously as well, our number will be up on the screen, so feel free to send us a WhatsApp or a message and we'll try our best to help you.
Okay, so as promised by Lee, a little surprise, a little giveaway for you all. So here we've got one of our newly branded GMG watch rolls. This is the triple. We have singles available as well on the website. I'm giving this one away. All you have to do is in the comments below, write down what you think I am working towards on the AD list, if I've not been blacklisted by now. First one to guess it right in the comments will receive this brand new GMG watches branded triple watch roll. And just something to finally finish on. Don't be afraid if you are unsure of dropping us a message, whether it be an email, a phone call, a text, a WhatsApp. Just ask us, if we're always happy to give you our advice and our opinion. Ask us if we can make it work for you, we will do. If we can get you the right money for it, even if it's just your money back and you get your spend up, let us know. Always feel free to give us a call, ask us, and we'll do our best to try and help you and give you the best advice we can. But we are always looking to buy and sell watches, and that's our job after all. So please give us the opportunity to buy the watch. At the end of the day, remember, you're trying to build a relationship with your AD. Probably advise you to take the watch, because if you say no to it, the chances are you ain't getting that second phone call. And also remember what you're leading up to.
the Le Mans.
Yeah, you're building up to something like a Le Mans or a meteorite dial or
you never know.
anything like that.
But let us know if you think you've got a chance of getting it. Let us know also what you think the pinnacle watch that you could get from the authorised dealer based on the relationship that you've got with your authorised dealer, the realistic chance you've got of getting to that platinum or the Daytona, Eye of the Tiger, or any of the watches that that you feel that are on your elite sort of your pinnacle list. We'd love to know. We'd love to hear from you. So yeah, drop us a comment, let us know. Like, follow and subscribe.